Where's Hal, everybody, and welcome to another video. Oh, justice is served, my dear friend. It is always a good feeling to see that which we have been talking about for the longest time has come true once again. Please do look at the screen. What you can see, my dear friends, on the screen is the very much declining stock of Hasbro that declined by 53% over the last 5 years. And that has got a lot to do with the practices and not practices that Hasbro has been doing over the last 5 years. Which is something that is not very good for business. We know that Hasbro has been making for the longest time toys and action figurines and film and TV show memorabilia, and more recently, of course, directed towards more mature audience, collector market rather than kid market, because we know that kids don't play with physical toys as much as they used to. They're more into TikToks and social media and iPhones and things like that. And us old guys, old farts who used to collect toys when we were little kids and play with them, we like to revisit our childhood and get our collectibles. Now, I have been buying action figures and statues since I can remember. I mean, you know, as much as the other geek. I grew up playing with Batman action figures and Star Wars action figures. And then more recently, a couple of years ago, I got into Transformers, which of course are made by Hasbro and Takara. So I know something about that. But I have gone through, and now, why am I making video about that? Because this has got everything to do with, firstly, this channel, European Law, because I'm all about collecting toys, and also with the general and overall theme of this channel, geek-oriented stuff. And so I can say something about this matter, because I know something. Over the last couple of years, over the last 2 years really, I have transformed into a collector of niche action figurines that come from, well, if I don't count Transformers, that come from more independent companies and creators, such as, I would say, the best toy manufacturer out there right now in the world, the Four Horsemen Toy Design, who started very, very, like in a small scale, a micro company, kickstarting their first line of action figurines called the Mythic Legions, and they were and are fantasy action figurines of their own thing, of their own origin. They are not adapting a TV show, a book, a comic book, a film, nothing. The people who established Four Horsemen Toy Design used to work for years for Mattel and Hasbro and McFarlane, so they had a lot of experience with toy making and sculpting and designing years before they even established the company. And so they decided to make their own thing, their own product, fantasy figures. And over the more than a decade of their existence, they have worked themselves up to the best creators of fantasy toys ever made. And also, more recently, science fiction toys, because they started with their new line called Cosmic Legions. And so now they are announcing and releasing a line and a wave after wave after wave after wave of their own action figures. I mean, you name it. Knights, Templars, elves, dwarves, ogres, little goblins. I mean, everything. Minotaurs, centaurs, horses, and, you know, I mean, just a couple of days ago, there was a Mythic Legions con in the United States of America, where they announced arguably the best line that they have released so far, or announced. And the 2 or 3 previous ones as well. I mean, I am over the moon. I am selling off the vast majority of my Hasbro product just to get more Mythic Legions. So that, there you go. My own experience, I believe, is mirrored in the experiences of a lot of other collectors. And that is, look at Hasbro and the declining quality of their action figurines. Cheaper plastic, less detail. They got rid of the plastic window on their packagings of action figurines for about a year and a half. Now, fans were absolutely dissatisfied with it because there are a lot of collectors who collect action figures mint in box. What's the point of collecting an action figure mint in box when you can't even see it? And even if the collectors are opening their packagings, you want to see the action figure up front. You want to see if the painting's good, if the action figure isn't missing a limb or something like that. So you just want to see the product you're buying. You want to see it. And so they reintroduced it recently with more environmentally friendly plastic, apparently, whatever that means. And but still, look at everything they are doing in support of the Dungeons and Dragons, which has been wokeified to the extreme. And so, focusing on socio-political matters and focusing on pushing agendas and neglecting quality of your own product, and then of course the emergence of companies that are much better, that create much better product of a high quality, that have extremely good customer service, and that do not get political, must inevitably lead to the decline of the stock by Hasbro. And if they don't change their practices, which I don't think they will, things will only be getting worse and worse for them. I mean, I am now currently getting a Transformer here and there, but the latest Transformer I got was by the company called 3Zero, which are making high-end die-cast, 12-inch Transformers figures that light up and are extremely articulated. They don't transform into a car, but I've never been into cars. I like the robots, so yeah, win-win for me. So the latest Transformer I bought wasn't even made primarily by Hasbro. It was only licensed out by Takara Hasbro to 3Zero. So if you don't change your practices, Hasbro, things are going to only get worse for you. So my suggestion is go and get some badass Mythic Legions, my dear friends. And yeah, Hasbro has dug their own grave. And let me know in the comments down below what you think. That will be all. Thank you very much for watching, and Namaria.